Hi everyone. She was born to conquer the wind. In 1902, when the world had already fallen in love with steam and coal, the Germans built a sailing ship without a single boiler. They created a steel shark with 5 masts and named her Preussen, the Queen of the Seas. Why does this giant, which once carried nitrates and salt, still fascinate historians and sailing enthusiasts more than a century later? You're about to find out. The ship was built in 1902 at the Tecklenborg shipyard in Geestemunde, near Bremerhaven, for the Laeisz shipping company. She was named after the Kingdom of Prussia. The key detail: she was a full-rigged 5-masted ship, not a barque. Every one of her 5 masts carried square sails on yards. 6 tiers of sails per mast. This turned her into a living weapon that drew raw power straight from the storms. What made Preussen truly unique, even by 21st century standards? Most sailing ships had 4 masts. The 5th mast on Preussen was no decoration, it carried a full set of square sails, just like the others. Her total sail area reached nearly 7,000 square meters, roughly 1.5 football fields set upright against the wind. The hull was built entirely of steel, making it exceptionally strong and rigid. During sea trials in 1903, Preussen reached an incredible 20 knots, about 37 kilometers per hour. That's sports yacht speed. On a 132-meter, 433-foot, long giant. And yes, electricity in 1902. She had her own dynamo generators that powered electric lighting in the holds and, most importantly, electric winches. Dock workers in London and New York watched with envy as German sailors simply pushed buttons instead of straining at manual capstans. Preussen belonged to the famous Flying P liners fleet, the pride of German merchant sail. They specialized in carrying nitrate, saltpeter, from Chile to Europe. At the time, everyone believed sailing ships could no longer compete with steamers. Preussen destroyed that myth. She needed almost no coal, had no expensive engines to maintain, and with a good following wind she could easily outrun most steamships. But on November 6, 1910, human greed and the power of the sea finally caught up with her. She had just left the English Channel bound for New York when thick fog set in. The British steamer Brighton, due to a pilot's error, rammed her amidships. Imagine the impact: 18mm steel plating against the iron bow of a steamer. Preussen was badly holed but refused to sink. The crew managed to beach her on a sandbank off the Kent coast. For 3 weeks, salvage teams tried everything to refloat her. In the end, they failed. The Queen of the Winds fell, not to a storm, but to a collision with her own mechanical descendant. And now, the details that make modelers want to rewatch this video 10 times. Preussen is a real challenge for anyone building an accurate scale model. Steel masts. Unlike her wooden sisters, Preussen's masts were made of single steel tubes. This gave incredible strength and reliability, but it creates a serious challenge for modelers. Drilling such slender tubes for hundreds of rigging points requires extreme precision. The main mast measured 68 meters from the keel to the truck, about 58 meters above the deck. So calculate your scale carefully. Signature livery. Preussen wore the classic Flying P liner color scheme: black hull above the waterline, a clean white stripe right at the waterline, and a bright red underwater bottom. This iconic tricolour is definitely worth reproducing accurately on your model. The sails. In total she carried 47 sails, 30 square sails, 6 on each of the 5 masts, and 17 fore and aft sails, 12 staysails between the masts, 4 jibs, 4 sails, and 1 small spanker. Pay special attention to this technical rarity. The yards were raised and lowered along special rails on the masts. The 3-island hull. Preussen had a classic 3-island design, a raised forecastle on the bow, a poop deck on the stern, and a long midship island, also called the Liverpool House, 23 meters long, in between. This central superstructure housed the crew quarters, which were unusually dry and well ventilated for a sailing ship. Right on top of it stood the main steering wheel. The 2 funnels. Yes, even a pure sailing ship had funnels. Behind the foremast was a small deckhouse containing 2 donkey boilers. These supplied steam for the winches, capstan, pumps, generator, and the steam-powered steering engine. When under sail, the crew removed the tall funnel extensions. When the boilers were working, they put them back on. One more thing for serious modelers, Preussen was incredibly fast. She reached 20 knots, but she demanded enormous physical effort. In heavy storms, up to 8 men were needed at the 1.89-meter diameter double steering wheel. Handling and setting all those square sails with a crew of just 45 to 49 people was a real test of coordination and strength. Thanks for watching.